Oké. Doe even opnieuw.
Welcome back to a new weekly episode. This week, we're rethinking and reinventing our business. A lot is shifting behind the scenes and it really feels like everything is falling into place.
We're making some important changes, and in this video we will tell you what's changing and why we're so excited about it. The first big shift we are making is that we're moving away from wheat bran and we are moving into soy hulls, also known as the master's mix. So here we have the soy hulls, and the reason that we're changing is because it should give better yields. Also, it's much easier to handle because the master's mix is 50% soy hulls and 50% hardwood. The main reason that we started with the bran was because we didn't find any soy hulls. But finally, after looking for a long time, we did find a supplier close by, and the price is also good.
This week, they are finally done pasteurizing and we will be inoculating the bags with grain spawn. So here we are, this is our pasteurizer. Inside of it we have 16 bags of the master's mix. We let them cool in front of the flow hoods, and when they're ready we can inoculate them. At the moment we are still using our rye grains, but we are considering changing to the millets. This time we will only use lion's mane because the previous batches were only oysters and we want to provide mixed trays to the customers.
Normally at this time we would be at the farmer's market, but unfortunately we had some problems in the previous weeks with our grain, which means now we don't have a lot of produce. So we do have some here, but it's not enough to go to the farmer's market. So the mushrooms in here will be dehydrated in this beautiful machine. So David and I will cut them in slices, and then we will fill the trays to dehydrate them for about 8 hours. So after David cuts the substrate of the mushrooms themselves, he's now cutting them in pieces. We are going for slightly thicker pieces because they hold up better after dehydrating, especially the lion's mane.
So once the lion's mane is dried, we put them into packets like this. This consists of 25 grams of dried lion's mane. And the reason that we cut them slightly thicker than normally is because it's much more presentable. That's not it though, we also have our own lion's mane powder. This consists of 100% lion's mane fruiting body. Everything that we sell is made in our farm. This is great for adding into smoothies or all sorts of drinks for the health properties, but you also can cook with them and it adds a small umami taste.
Now, besides these beautiful dehydrated lion's mane, we also sell a umami mix. This is dried lion's mane with beautiful blue oysters and a bit of pepper. This adds a strong umami flavor to all your dishes, and this can be bought on our website. We will put the link down in the description, so if you want to taste our products, go check that one out. And how can I even forget? This is our latest product. This is a very popular powder. This is a garlic and umami mix. So it's a bit of garlic, lion's mane, blue oyster, and this is perfect if you want that umami taste combined with the garlic. A lot of people like to prepare our mushrooms with some garlic. So with this product you have it all in one. Also available on our website.
We just received a message from someone from the farmer's market. He was there to buy our mushrooms, but we weren't there today. So he will drop by to the farm and buy them straight from us.
Our customer asked for 2 portions of lion's mane, so we made that for him, and we also gave him some free blue oysters because we don't think he has tasted that yet.
So we just came back from the sale. It's one of our regular customers. He also bought a tray to give to a family member, so potentially a few more clients. We're really happy with this sale.
While David is inoculating the substrate bags, I'm pulling the blocks out of our grow room because we will do a deep clean. For the deep clean of our grow room, we use water with a bit of bleach. So David inoculated some bags, so it's time for me to shake them up. This is how they look without shaking it. And then we shake it like this. We put it in the incubation tent and it goes in there for 10 to 14 days. We're now making new substrate bags. David is making them with bran because we still have some left over. We do also use the master's mix, so it will be a mix. And while he's doing that, I am folding the bags and I will show you how we do that. First, I give him a little shake, so it's more equal, and then I just make it nice and flat. I push the air out, and then this flap, this is something new and recently that we do. We just fold it like this to give it a little bit of more protection, and then we fold it like that. So now I'm stacking the bags on top of each other. We make sure to perfectly stack them like this, so there can be some steam around it, so we don't do it like this.
So this is the reason why we couldn't go to the market today. One of our wires for the sterilizer has broken. Today we're getting the new one, the replacement, and tomorrow we will put everything into place and restart production. So see you tomorrow. Good morning, it's the next day. Let's see if our package arrived so we can keep sterilizing our grain. It's here. We are so glad we have it, and it arrived earlier than expected, because if we didn't have this, our whole operation would stop. Right when I was about to plug it into the outlet, I realized that we have the wrong type of plug. So we live in Europe and this is for China or Australia. Luckily we have an adapter, but you should keep this in mind. The seller didn't tell us this. However, we bought it from a seller in Belgium, so it's not our fault, but we fixed it. Alright, so this is our latest experiment. We already told you that we were thinking about switching to millet. Here you can see a bag with millet, and here you can see a bag with rye berries. So we finally can see some white spots of mycelium in the bag, and this gives us hope.
It gives us hope indeed that we see white inoculation points in our millet, because we have some reasons to go from rye to millet. The main reason is hydration. Grain always needs to be hydrated before we can use it, and rye has to be soaked overnight, typically in a bucket. But millet, on the other hand, is much easier. There we can just use the dry millet, add water directly into the bags, and then sterilize it the same day. This means we can entirely skip the soaking step. Less handling and more time for us. Also, millet is a smaller grain, so this would mean more inoculation points, so the substrate bags could inoculate faster.
So you might wonder, why didn't we just start off with millet? Well, the reason is this. It's all about the money. Rye berries cost us 58 cents a kilo, while millet costs €1.90 a kilo. So this is 3 times more, but we have found that it will be a better investment in the long term. We're standing in the grow room. Here we have decided to switch up our system. From now on, we're going to use bigger bags and stop stacking them on top of each other to enhance the airflow. And we also experimented with different cuts. Here you can see a side pinning. These are lion's mane side cuts, and this is a front cut of the lion's mane. So even though the side cuts give nicer flushes, we're still going to proceed with the front flushes because you have way more pinning on the bags.
The reason we tried the side cutting is because we want to fit 3 of these blocks on one shelf. So with the side cutting, this fits perfectly. But because we prefer the front cuts, we will have to do it like this. So we can place a front cut here, here, and then also here. But this means we need some place between the shelves. So David and I will have to rearrange and think about how we will place the shelves. That's it for this week. Thank you so much for following along with our journey. We really appreciate it. And if you want to see the results of the changes that we made, then you will have to check out our next videos. Bye guys.